How's it going, y'all? And welcome to my first ever Conlang video. This is quite an interesting language that I decided to start developing out of the sheer enjoyment of Creole and Pidgin languages. I'm absolutely in love with these languages. Languages like Tokpisin, Bislama, Solomon Islands Pidgin language. There's also a Guyana Creole as well, and there are many other different Creoles. There's Jamaican Patois, and the Creole languages, they just don't stop. There's so many other styles of Creole out there, including, and I cannot forget, Haitian Creole is one of those. The only thing about Haitian Creole is that it doesn't really represent English much like the other ones do. The other ones that I mentioned are very largely based on English, but there are local languages that kind of seeped into that particular Creole or Pidgin speak. So the idea is I wanted to create this language. It's called Tongit, and I'm not even sure if there's actually a language called Tongit, but all throughout my verb creations I kind of come up with Tongit. And Tongit is basically, in my language, it means language. And I got it from the word tongue. So Tongit. So we're going to go through just the most basic of basic things that I set up here on the screen for it, and you're going to kind of notice some similarities, and but I will assure you it does get a little more complicated as our videos are produced more and more. So anyway, for the word I, we have my. Literally, the way that you see my, that is how it's pronounced. It's just my. It just got borrowed from my, the word my in English. So, and it means I, me, my, mine, myself. It means all of that stuff. And the same thing with this word for you, which is taken from a southern way of saying you all. But I've made it to where it means all of that other stuff. You, your, yours, y'all, y'alls, you know what I mean? Yourself, stuff like that. So now that we've established that, we've got my and y'all, I and you. He and she are going to be exactly the same. It's just going to be E. So you're going to elongate that sound. You make it sound longer. So E instead of E. E, he and she. E, we doesn't change much there except for the spelling here. We. And this is also going to mean our, ours, we are, we're, we have, we've, it's just going to mean all of that stuff. It just makes it easier, in my opinion. For the word what, it's always going to be wa. And let me tell you a quick thing about the feature of the A sound. There are three features of this A sound. There's and a. More often than not, though, you're going to hear more of like the and the and they're going to be interchangeable, and they change depending on the flow of a sentence. It's changed to keep good flow in the sentence. And you'll see how it works when I present more phrases to you guys. And we got one phrase here that we're going to go through in this lesson today, so we're going to just stick with that for now. So what is wa, or what? Who is going to be ooh. Ooh did that. Ooh. You're almost going to say the H, but you're not going to. Ooh. So it's like you're actually getting your throat ready to go, but you don't say it. You're ooh. That's how you're going to pronounce that. All right. So next word is when, and this is very interesting. What I came up with. When is actually time. But see how I've actually got the word time spelt out here? This is how you know this is actually going to be a Creole language as well. Is when we keep certain words the same in a lot of it. So time, and also the other version, which is T-A-I-M, which is going to be pronounced time, exactly the same. So time you do this, when you do this. You'll see how it works later with the whole when thing. Where. Now there's two ways you can pronounce the word where. You can say at, or you can say ut, or at. At. So basically, where are you? You can say adyal, or adyal. Where are you? Yeah. Anyway, why is going to be why. And is ene. Sometimes though you'll hear just n. Ene or n. Is, am, or are, and to be are our next phrase here. And I always love languages where is, am, are, and to be are the exact same word. It just makes it easier to learn, you know. And as you know, there's two forms of it. There's es, and then there's beat. Beat. Now, beat sounds kind of like Vietnamese, like, you know, khom beat, and that's kind of where I got the idea from. Is, you know, I was thinking about Vietnamese when I made it, and I was like, you know, this is really going to be universal in a lot of different ways. It's not just going to be inspired by English, but it's going to be inspired by just different languages like French, Portuguese, German, Dutch, all of this stuff. So is sort of like just another way of saying is, am, or are, or to be. But you'll notice that as is in some sentences, while beat is in other sentences. And it's the same exact thing. It's just a word flow thing, as I said earlier. So is and beat are our words for is, am, or are, or to be. Next up we have to say, which is either chat or chat. We have chat bout, or chat bout. Chat bout, to say. Basically, that's kind of like saying chat about, you know. That's where that came from. To do, make it, like make it. Or meka, make a, or make a. Make it, meka. To do. And here's where our phrase is going to come in now. We finally got to our phrase, you know, that we get to say. What are you doing? So we'll break it down very slowly, and then I'll say it quicker. So, and we'll say it in both forms, make it and meka. So, wabit, what are, wabit, y'all, you, make it. So, wabit y'all make it. What beat y'all make it? Next up, what beat y'all make a? Wa beat y'all make a. What beat y'all make a? What are you doing? What beat y'all make it? What you make it? What y'all doing? You know what I mean? So yeah, there it is in the nutshell. That is your Tongit basic lesson for today. Tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but in the next video lesson, when it does get posted up, we will consider other words such as to see. We're going to learn how the features of the word to, which is apostrophe T or T, works out in some of our verbs. Also, we're going to consider to go, the words for yes and no, to cook, to feel. We got a full-fledged lesson, probably about as long as this lesson is, if not longer. So a lot of content and ground to cover, and I'm thrilled to have you here learning this little developing Conlang that I have here. Plenty of content to come around, and I've written it all out, and so now it's just a matter of sharing it with you guys. So in small portions, of course. I know we all have small attention spans these days, especially being in quarantine, and I hope y'all are healthy and well, and in your family as well. And just stay healthy and stay happy, and try to do your best to stay stress-free as much as possible, which could mean coming to my lessons and learning something and get your mind off of that sort of thing that's happening in the world right now. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope that you will come back for another video and learn the next set of stuff. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Or actually, you'll see me later.